Hello again, everyone. Happy Thursday. I guess in continuing with the trend, I'm going to start this video with a disclaimer. Yeah, last week not good at fashion. This week not good at dating. I have only ever dated one person. I'm no longer dating that person. So I really have very little data to share with you. It's probably going to be the shortest video that I ever record for this channel, so get pumped, because I know usually you have to listen to me forever. So I think my biggest thing about dating is that if you're going to date someone who's trans or anywhere on the trans spectrum, it's really important not to think that you are dating a type of person or that you're dating a condition, because you're not. You're dating an individual, you're dating whoever it is that you're dating, your partner, and it's most important to think about that person as an individual. That being said, there are certain things that a lot of trans people have in common, or certain areas that you're going to want to be careful of if you are dating someone who is gender nonconforming. But they're the people who are going to define that for you, so you don't want to go in with any assumptions or preconceptions. For instance, in any relationship, you're going to want to be mindful of physical boundaries. I personally know very specifically where I do and do not want to be touched, and I also know that if I'm feeling really dysphoric, there are going to be periods of time when I'm not going to want to be touched at all by anybody, period. And that isn't necessarily anything to do with the person with whom I'm in a relationship. It's just about me and about my body and the relationship that I have with that. However, there are other trans people who, are gonna be fine in whatever situation. It's just that you have to let that become clear. There has to be good communication. I also think that it's a good idea to have some basic background knowledge on the trans community and trans concerns if you're going to date someone who's trans. In my opinion, that's just a question of respect. It's exactly the same as if I was going to date someone from another country. I would want to do some basic research about that country and the customs of the area that my partner is from, so that I have some idea of their background and where they're coming from, just to show that I respect them as a person and I respect their history. Don't avoid trans people just because you think they're going to be difficult to date. Trans people actually in general have a lot of practice telling people what they want and who they are, because that has historically been so difficult for people to grasp. So trans is not synonymous with difficult or high drama. On the flip side of that, don't get involved with a trans person if you don't care about them or aren't interested enough in them that you are going to be unwilling or unable to provide support and care should they need it, because life can be really hard for trans people, just like it can be hard for any disadvantaged group. So there are going to be some times probably when your partner is going to want support, and if you don't think that you can give that, as Alex said, probably not a good idea to get involved. Really, that's all I have to say. I wouldn't recommend dating a trans person just to do it. We're not exotic or something that you should collect. Just, if someone that you are interested in, that you like, happens to be trans, I would say go for it. Just be mindful as you would in any relationship. I just think that the nature of being trans often really drives home all of the sort of rules of a good relationship and manners that we ought to follow, because of the way that trans people have to interact with the world. So yeah, I hope that was somewhat made sense, and I will see you all next week.